sell your home, it's crucial to determine the items that you need to remove from your property. In this video, discover 8 things that you should never have in your house when preparing it for sale. We want to ensure a successful home sale for you with these essential tips. When preparing to sell your home, it's so important to determine all the things you need to do to get it ready. The top things to remove from your home are as follows. Number 8, personal photos. Everybody says that you need to depersonalize it, right? But for your own security of your family, you need to remove those photos, depersonalize the space, and let the buyers focus on what's important in the home. You don't want any distractions whatsoever. I can't tell you the number of times I've seen buyers go through a house and they start looking at awards on the wall and determining certain things as far as the background of a person, and that's really should be irrelevant. That is kind of an invasion of privacy. So you want to take those things down, put them away securely so that buyers can see a blank slate and envision themselves living in your home. Now counting down to number 7. The second thing you need to remove is surveillance cameras. Now there are certain laws in many states that a lot of people don't realize it can be a violation to record both video and especially audio without permission. So Virginia is a little bit more lax than some other states, but you have to think about these things. Even the Ring doorbell camera, many people have in their house. Usually you're okay because the primary reason for having those is for home security. But there are situations where you have to be careful because Virginia is a one-party consent state. So even though you may be recording the video for surveillance, the audio may not be permissible without permission. So it's very important. I would put that in my listings to let other agents know that the property does have audio and video recordings. So it's crucial that you post a sign on your property to announce that there are surveillance recordings taking place. Down to number 6, unpleasant odors. You want to remove any unpleasant odors. Now, if you've been living in your home for years, a lot of people don't realize that maybe your home has some kind of an odor that may be unpleasant to buyers. Now, a lot of people try to mask this by putting in plugins or scented things that will mask those odors, but it really does not work. So in my professional experience, you need to make sure that is neutralized, and ways to do this are there are professional companies out there that do the ozone treatments, and that eliminates the odors. For a couple $100, you could be taking care of that, and it is well worth it. Another tip that I use personally, my stagers and I use an odor deneutralizing spray. Now what that is it's unscented, but it's an odor neutralizer, and I'll show you an example here. Just something that it doesn't mask with perfume, but it actually eliminates those odors. Okay, number 5, too much furniture or overcrowding in the house. This is crucial. I can't tell you the number of times that I go into a home and people are getting it ready for sale and there's just too much furniture. You need to be able to open the traffic flow for buyers to walk through and to see. So usually there's a need to scale down the amount of furniture that's in your home. So ask yourself this question: do I really need that oversized sectional in this family room that's taking up wall-to-wall space? So you really do need to scale it down. Have the stager give you a professional opinion on that as well. So next is number 4, signs of a personal situation or emotional distress. So picture this: you're going into a home and you go into the primary bedroom and you notice there's a his and hers closet, and one of those closets is totally empty. Well, that might seem very innocent, but you don't want to give any savvy buyers any reason for thinking they can snag a deal because of an emotional or personal situation that the seller might be going through. So in those type of situations, you want to stage that closet, balance it out. And anything like that situation that might reveal any emotional or personal situation is the next thing that you want to remove. Now, number 3, valuables or jewelry. Kind of goes without saying, but you need to make sure that any valuables, including jewelry, are kept off-site, preferably in a safety deposit box. You don't know even though most people are trustworthy, especially if they're accompanied by another agent, but you just don't know, and you don't want to tempt fate or risk that loss of your valuables. So just make sure those are removed from the home, technically or preferably off-site in a safety deposit box. Number 2, protecting your brand new carpet. A lot of sellers think we don't want people traipsing through the house with their shoes, so they are requiring booties to cover their shoes, or even the plastic runners in parts of the carpet. I would really highly suggest against that. Are items that could cause slippage. I have seen it, especially on stairways. You don't want people with those booties, plastic carpet runners. So even if we have to get someone in afterwards to clean your carpets professionally, that's not a huge amount, and you really don't want to require that because there are liability issues. Most people today, I know I always remove my shoes, so I don't think it's something you need to worry about. So I would remove those that requirement of covering your carpets or using booties, okay? So down to number 1, remove yourself from the situation. There are a lot of sellers that may think they need to stay on the property when buyers come through the home. Sometimes it's just a situation where they are protecting their own valuables or just their territory, or they think that they really should be there in order to answer any questions about the home. I've had situations where a seller insisted on being there, and it was very, very awkward with the buyers. They feel like they can't be open and honest in their discussions, and they don't really feel free to explore the home and the grounds at their own pace and to really gather it all in themselves. So, like it or not, you really need to remove yourself from the property and the situation. You have to think of your home when you're preparing it for sale. It's no longer your forever home anymore. It is an investment. So we want to prepare it by removing these 8 things so it shows in the best light and it gives you top dollar return on your investment when selling it. If you have any questions whatsoever, I'm Dawn Lambert with Town and Lake Homes, and I am a top agent here in my market in the state of Virginia, and I'm happy to help you answer any questions, whether buying or selling. Have a great day.